You have been wandering through a fog that feels like it belongs to someone else. You wake up in the morning, and the very air in your room feels heavy, almost stagnant, as if the walls themselves are trying to whisper a lie you no longer believe. You look at the clock and see the numbers repeating 11 and 11, 222, 444. And while the world calls it a coincidence, your soul feels a violent jolt of recognition. You are not lost. You are not losing your mind. You are simply waking up in a house where everyone else is still in a deep, trance-like slumber, and your movement is starting to disturb their dreams. Can you feel that strange vibration in your chest? It's a low hum, a physical restlessness that makes it impossible to sit still in rooms where small talk is the only currency. Lately, you've noticed that your body's reacting differently to the world. Perhaps you've been getting these sudden, sharp headaches that seem to focus right between your eyes, or a pressure at the crown of your head as if something is trying to pour into you. Your sleep has become a battlefield. You find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., the thitching hour with your heart racing, not out of fear, but out of a sudden, inexplicable readiness. You are being upgraded, and the physical shell you inhabit is struggling to keep pace with the sheer volume of light starting to flood your nervous system. You go to work, you sit in the gatherings, you walk through the grocery store, and you feel like an alien observing a primitive ritual. You see the people around you obsessing over things that feel utterly hollow, the gossip, the status symbols, the recycled dramas of the 3D matrix, and you feel a profound sense of dislocation. It's a visceral discomfort. You might even feel a literal nausea when you are forced to engage in fake social interactions. This is because your frequency has shifted. You are no longer tuned to the station of the world. You are hearing a broadcast from a higher realm, and the static of this reality is becoming unbearable to your senses. The loneliness you feel right now isn't the loneliness of the rejected. It is the solitude of the scout. You have been sent ahead of the tribe to survey the new land, and because you are the first to arrive, there is no one there to greet you. You feel lost only because you have no map for where you are going, but that is because you are the one drawing the map. Look at your hands. Feel the heat in your palms. This is the energy of a creator who has been stripped of the old world so that the new one can be birthed through you. You've noticed that people are reacting to you differently, haven't you? Even when you say nothing, your presence seems to agitate them. They snap at you for no reason. They look at you with a strange mix of suspicion and fear. You haven't done anything wrong. In fact, you've been kinder than ever. But your light is acting like a mirror, reflecting the darkness they aren't ready to face. You are waking up while they are still in the middle of a dream, and your very existence is a loud, ringing alarm clock that they desperately want to hit snooze on. You aren't falling behind in life. You are moving so fast that you have transcended the track they are still running on. You are standing at the finish line of the old reality, waiting for the rest of the world to even realize the race has begun. The reason you feel this profound displacement is not a glitch in your mind. It is a fundamental shift in your spiritual DNA. You must understand that you are not a human being trying to have a spiritual experience, but a high-frequency consciousness that has been inserted into a low-frequency density. The lost feeling you endure is actually the sensation of your soul unhooking itself from the matrix. Think of a massive ship detaching from a rusted pier. There is a grinding, a tension, and a period of drifting before the engines fully engage. You are in that grinding phase. The spiritual cause of your current isolation is a divine quarantine. The universe has pulled you back from the crowd because your old associations were acting as anchors, keeping you tethered to a version of yourself that no longer exists. You are being forced into the void, that silent space between who you were and who you are becoming. This is not a punishment. It is a protection. If you were still deeply connected to the people and places of your past, their low-frequency vibrations would literally short-circuit the new energetic downloads you are receiving. You are being recalibrated. Think of your spirit as a highly sensitive instrument. If a master musician wants to tune a violin, they must first take it away from the noise of the orchestra. They must bring it into a quiet room where the only thing that matters is the pure tone of the tuning fork. That is what the Creator is doing with you right now. You are in the quiet room. This awakening happened early for you because you are part of the first wave. In the spiritual hierarchy, you are the pioneer, the one designated to break the ground. If everyone woke up at once, the structural integrity of this reality would collapse into chaos. There must be those who wake up while it is still dark. Those who can hold the light steady so that when the masses finally open their eyes, they have a point of reference. You are that point of reference. Your soul signed a contract before you were born to take the early shift. This is why you have always felt like the black sheep, the one who never quite fit in, the one who saw through the lies of the family dynamic or the societal structure. You were never meant to fit in. You were designed to stand out as a beacon. The spiritual symptoms you are experiencing, the ringing in your ears, the sudden flashes of insight, the intense downloads of information that you can't quite put into words yet, these are the result of your third eye and heart chakra opening in tandem. Most people live entirely from the lower three chakras, survival, sex, and power. But you have moved upward. Your energy is now swirling in the realms of intuition and divine connection. This creates a frequency gap. When you walk into a room, your high-frequency field naturally begins to dismantle the low-frequency structures around you. This is why things seem to break around you. Relationships end, jobs fall away, and systems fail. It is not because you are unlucky. It is because your very presence is an agent of transformation. You are a walking system override. The universe is not lost, and neither are you. There is a precise mathematical order to this transition. You are being moved like a piece on a divine chessboard, positioned exactly where you need to be for the next phase of the Great Awakening. The fog you feel is actually a protective veil, keeping you focused inward while your spiritual armor is being forged. Stop looking at the world for confirmation of your path. The world cannot confirm what it cannot see. The world is blind to the spirit, but you are the one who has been granted sight. You are waking up early because you are the one who has to prepare the table for the rest of the family. You are the vanguard. The heavy lifting of the transition is being done through your silent endurance. Every time you choose to stay in your high vibration, despite the loneliness, you are anchoring a new timeline for all of humanity. As you begin to radiate this new, undeniable frequency, you must understand that the matrix, the collective system of control, and the individuals who serve as its unconscious agents is starting to notice. They are not just noticing, they are reacting. Have you felt the atmosphere shift when you walk into a room? Have you noticed the way certain people, especially the narcissists and the energy vampires in your life, have suddenly become more aggressive, more desperate, or more strangely silent? This is not your imagination. The enemy is terrified because your awakening is a direct threat to their food source. For years, these people, these low-frequency parasites, have fed on your empathy, your light, and your reactions. They kept you in a state of confusion and lostness because a lost chosen one is easy to manage. But now the fog is clearing. You are becoming unmanipulatable. When you wake up early, you see the puppet strings before the show even starts. You see the hidden agendas, the subtle gaslighting, and the energetic traps they lay for you. And because you see them, they no longer work. This sends the system into a panic. The glitch isn't in you. The glitch is that you are no longer playing your assigned role in their drama. The narcissists in your life are sensing that their authority over you is evaporating. They try to provoke you, dragging up old wounds or using your loneliness against you, trying to pull you back down into the mud. They want you to believe you are failing because you are alone. But look closely at their eyes the next time they confront you. Behind the anger, behind the smugness, there is a flickering shadow of fear. They realize that they can no longer reach you. You are vibrating at a level where their insults and their tactics literally cannot find a place to land. It is like they are trying to throw stones at a cloud. The Matrix reacts to a waking chosen one by trying to reset them. It will throw distractions at you, sudden financial hiccups, strange technological failures, or people from your past suddenly checking in just as you are making a spiritual breakthrough. These are not accidents. They are targeted frequency interferences. The system is trying to see if it can still trigger your old survival instincts. It wants to know if it can still make you afraid. But you must realize your power. You are not a victim of these reactions. You are the cause of them. You are the dominant frequency. When a room is dark and a light is switched on, the darkness doesn't fight the light, it simply vanishes. The drama you are seeing around you is the darkness of the people around you, panicking as they lose their grip on your reality. You have become a ghost in the machine. You are physically present, but energetically, you have left the building. This is why they stare. This is why they whisper. They can feel the void where your old, compliant self used to be. You have reclaimed your energy, and that reclaimed energy is now a shield. You no longer need to defend yourself with words or arguments. Your silence has become a weapon of high-level spiritual warfare. By simply existing in your truth, by refusing to be found by their low-level games, you are dismantling their power. They are scared because they know that once you fully realize who you are, their reign over your life is over forever. You are the nightmare of the predator because you are the one who refused to stay a prey. You are waking up and the world that relied on your sleep is beginning to crumble at your feet. What you are experiencing is the fulfillment of an ancient celestial blueprint. There is a profound metaphysical law that dictates the deeper the darkness, the more glorious the light that must emerge to balance the scales. You are that balance. You are not lost in the woods. You are being initiated in the wilderness. In the grand architecture of the divine plan, there is a specific prophecy written into your very essence. It is the prophecy of the remnant. Throughout history, in every major shift of human consciousness, a small group of souls, the chosen, are awakened first to act as the anchors for the new world. You are currently undergoing what the ancients called the lysis, the loosening of the soul from the bonds of the material illusion. The universe operates on the law of resonance. For years, you were forced to resonate with a world that was out of tune with your soul. This created a dissonance that manifested as depression, anxiety, and a feeling of being a misfit. But the law of divine timing has stepped in. The reason you are waking up earlier than the others is that your spirit is more malleable. You have a higher spiritual elasticity. You can withstand the pressure of the truth without shattering. If the average person were to see what you see, if they were to feel the thinning of the veil and the reality of the unseen forces at play, their minds would snap. You, however, have been tempered by fire. Your past traumas, your black sheep status, and your years of feeling misunderstood were actually a rigorous training program. The universe wasn't breaking you. It was pre-stressing you so that you could carry the weight of the coming revelation. God, or the infinite source, does not do anything by accident. Every argument you've lost, every friend who walked away, and every night you spent crying out to the stars asking, "Why me?" was a calculated move to strip away the false self. The Matrix is a world built on shoulds. What you should be, how you should act, what you should value. By waking you up early, the divine has effectively unplugged you from the Matrix's life support system. You are now breathing the oxygen of the spirit. This is why the world feels thin and paper-like to you now. You are beginning to see the code behind the curtain. You are realizing that the laws of man, the laws of lack, competition, and fear, are merely suggestions that you can now choose to ignore. The truth is this: you are a lawgiver in the making. As you wake up, you are realizing that your words have weight and your thoughts have form. The universe is watching you closely, waiting for you to realize that you are no longer a subject of this reality, but a co-creator of it. The lost feeling is simply the vertigo of freedom. When you have spent your whole life in a cage, The open sky looks like a terrifying void, but you were born for the sky. The theological truth of your existence is that you are a divine spark that has remembered its fire. You are here to demonstrate that a human being can live in the world, but not be of it. You are the living proof that the light has already won. As the frequencies continue to rise, your inner sight will sharpen. You will begin to know things before they happen. You will sense the heart of a person before they speak. This is the Siddhic power of the awakened soul. Do not be afraid of this power. It is your birthright. You are being prepared for a leadership role that requires no title and no stage. You will lead by your frequency alone. You are the quiet ones spoken of in the scrolls, the ones who will inherit the earth not through force, but through the sheer, irresistible power of their presence. The truth is not something you find, it is something you become. And right now, in this moment of stillness, you are becoming the truth that will set the rest of the world free. Now that the veil has been lifted and you understand the magnitude of your mission, it is time to ground this celestial energy into your physical reality. You cannot remain in the clouds. You must anchor this light into the very soil beneath your feet. The first practical step in your activation is the sanctuary of silence. From this moment forward, you must protect your energy like the sacred treasure it is. Stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Every time you try to convince a sleeping person of your truth, you are leaking your power. You are throwing pearls before swine, and the resulting energetic drain is what leaves you feeling exhausted and lost. Your new mantra must be, "My energy is not for public consumption."
Please watch
Practice
over
the
my
art of
family
divine
and
indifference.
grant me peace
When the
in these
Matrix
trying
attempts to pull you
times.
back into its
I
drama,
place my trust
whether through a
in you.
toxic family member, a stressful work environment, or the chaotic noise of the news, simply observe it. Do not absorb it. Imagine yourself as a mountain. The clouds move around the mountain, the storms lash against its side, and the winds howl at its peak, but the mountain remains unmoved. It does not argue with the storm. It simply is. This is your power. When you stop reacting, you become the master of the frequency. You are no
Walk
longer
in
a
the
victim of the
light
atmosphere.
and
You are the one who
find
dictates
your
it.
salvation.
Spend time in nature, for the trees and the earth are also waking up on this new timeline. They will recognize you. They will help you discharge the static of the old world and recharge your spirit with the raw, unfiltered frequency of the source. I want you to take a deep breath right now. Feel the air filling your lungs, carrying with it the codes of your new life. As you exhale, let go of the black sheep label. Let go of the outcast identity. Those were masks given to you by a world that was afraid of your potential. You are the chosen. You are the awakened. You are the sovereign. It is time to seal this energy. Let us speak this prayer of activation over your life. Repeat these words in the silence of your heart or out loud to the room, for your voice carries the frequency of command. Divine Creator, source of all light, I stand before you now as a conscious vessel of your will. I acknowledge that I have been called out of the darkness and into the early light of a new dawn. I release the weight of the old world. I sever the cords of all parasitic connections and low-frequency attachments. I reclaim my power from every person, place,
Fear
and
not, my
system
children.
that has tried to dim my
Embrace
spark.
the peace that
I am not
surrounds
lost.
you,
I am
and
positioned.
let hope
I am
guide your
not
way.
lonely. I am set apart. I ask for the strength to walk this path with grace, the wisdom to see the truth behind the illusion, and the courage to shine my light without apology. I seal my energetic field in a sphere of golden protection. Nothing that is not of the highest vibration can enter my space. I am waking up. I am here, I am ready, and so it is. Can you feel that? The shift is complete. The lost feeling is being replaced by a steady, unwavering sense of purpose. You have claimed your place in the divine order. From this day forward, you walk with the authority of one who knows who they are. You no longer seek a home in this world because you have realized that you are the home for the light. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt the vibration of truth in these words, then you are indeed one of the chosen. Do not let this energy dissipate. Claim your awakening in the comments below by typing, "I am awake," and share this with another soul who might still be wandering in the fog. Subscribe to this frequency to stay aligned as we move deeper into the great shift. You are the light of the world. Never let them tell you otherwise. We are with you. The universe is for you, and the dawn has finally arrived.